Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So now that we know how to select the pricing and thus how to deduct the cost for your products, the next important step is basically to select the supplier or the manufacturer who can actually supply products. So in this video, I'm going to use term supplier as well as manufacturer alternatively. When I either speak supplier or manufacturer, it means the same thing. These are actually the people or the company who actually provides the products to you to sell. Now, in order for us to select the supplier or manufacturer, I would recommend that ideally let us contact at least 20 suppliers first, and then based on the criteria below, shortlist the 5 suppliers. So the one may ask the question that how to select or how to outreach the supplier. So I would suggest go by the reference. There are some aggregators like Alibaba.com if you are looking for the Chinese suppliers, or indiamart.com if you are looking for the Indian suppliers. So no matter how you reach, basically find out 20 suppliers and then shortlist 5 of them based on the criteria below. So criteria number 1, the supplier should be very responsive. Guys, this is very important criteria. What happens is the supplier must provide at least one or more of their Skype contact, their WeChat contact, or their WhatsApp contact. More is better. And all these should be on top of their companies and their personal contact number as well as the email address. Alright, the second criteria should be supplier must offer the private labeling. You are basically going to have your brand name, your packaging on top of the products. So if supplier is not ready for that, please don't talk. Alright, the next important criteria is after you keep negotiating with them, the landing cost should be the cost that we have derived in our previous video. There should be 5 or 10% here and there, that is fine, but their cost should not be of great difference. So please do keep that in mind. Another important factor is minimum order quantity. Now, minimum order quantity or MOQ is the order quantity that you should at least order in a given transaction. So lesser is better. When you run your business in full-fledged, you must not order more than 500 products in any given transaction. Otherwise, you will end up putting tons of cash, which and okay. So now that you know, supplier is basically supplier does the private labeling. Supplier basically work within your landing cost, and supplier has minimum at least 500 MOQ. Now the next important thing is supplier must able to do the private labeling and provide the products within your landing price at given MOQ. So some suppliers say that their MOQ is 500, but if you want to do private labeling, MOQ is 1000. So that should not be the case. You're right. So after you find out all these things, then the next important thing is your supplier must provide you samples. Now, most of these suppliers provide you sample, they charge you just the shipping cost. So please make sure that you get these samples. So now that based on these criteria, initially you selected or you outreach 20 suppliers, you now shortlisted 5 suppliers, you order sample for all these 5 suppliers, and then based on the sample quality, you shortlist 3 suppliers. Now you will always need 3 suppliers just to mitigate the risk of working with the single suppliers. You can always negotiate price to your advantage if you are working with more than 1 suppliers, and ideally these suppliers should cover more than 1 country. So probably you can have 2 suppliers in China, 1 supplier in India. So that way any country specific risk you can mitigate with that as well. Now that you know how to select the supplier, once you select that, the next important thing is basically figure out trial run with the 100 products. Now how to do, what is trial run, how to do that and why it is important, I will cover in my next video. So if you have liked this video, please do hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Stay tuned, stay safe. Bye for now.